To a major developing story, we are learning more about a deadly helicopter crash in Williamsburg.
It smashed into a row of townhomes yesterday afternoon, not far from the College of William and Mary. And overnight, we got an update from the FAA.
13 News Now reporter Megan Shen is live with that information. Megan.
Good morning, you guys. Well, the FAA tweeted that the pilot was flying an R-44 helicopter. The FAA also confirmed that the pilot was the only person inside that helicopter at the time of the crash. Right now, state police are still out here. As you can see, the crime tape is right here behind me. Some rubble is beneath my feet, and up over inside the townhome, you could smell the smoke and hear some of the debris still falling. Well, so far, state police sergeants say one person is dead. State, city, and federal investigators will be here for the next couple of days to figure out what caused the chopper to crash. Police say the pilot crashed into the townhouse in the Bristol Commons complex around 4:30 last night. You can see in this video, witnesses saw the crash start a fire inside the home.
The flames, I mean, I was across the street probably 50 yards away, and it was hot.
And in the tweet from the FAA, it says that local authorities will share more information about the victims in this situation. We do know that Red Cross is helping some of the residents over in these townhomes. We'll keep you updated on 13 News Now Daybreak coming up. Reporting live in Williamsburg, I'm Megan Shen. Back to you guys.